What's good with the YouTube? You already know, Big Flocko with the Convicts Reaction. I'm going to smash, dash, and react. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, and do all those things to help support the channel. So, I'm going to react to Gunner's video today, man. He called it, let me see, guys, let me see what it's called. Um, I need to get something off my chest. All Raza channels, hear me out. Um, this is probably one of his better videos, man. I think overall, if you really watch it, I guess you could sit there and say you start to see a little bit of growth in Gunner a little bit. Gunner's still, you know what I mean, all over the place still a little bit, but he's a successful channel, man. But um, I remember having discussions, man, with him and Rojo back in the days, man, and we would try to do positivity stuff, man. There was times to where I'd want to do positivity, and we'd be like, nah, it ain't gonna work, man. We're not gonna get no views, man. And that's the sad part about it, man, is that I 100% relate to what Gunner's saying, because some of my best videos, I've done them on addiction, I've done them on different struggles. I've done it on culture. I've done all kinds of different videos, man, that people probably don't know because they're in the back of the algorithm because they like the drama. And I would never even hear from people. Nah, they're not going to like positivity. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he presented his voice, man, whether people agree with Gunner or not, right? I don't always agree with Gunner. You know what I mean? But I do support all channels regardless, man. And a lot of people want me to always go in on them. You know what I'm saying? They try to stir the pot and they say I'm too nice and this and that they always go after me. You know what I mean? You know, um, sometimes it feels that way. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it is also misconstrued, man. Um, the thing is that this is what I remember is the positivity to push that I wanted to focus on was the whole purpose of why I started YouTube. And when it became more about views, everybody's positivity went out the fucking door, and that's the fucking truth. And that's something that only thing that I feel was lacking from Gunner's video. As far as him giving a voice to it, yes, I 100% agree with what he's saying, man. It's unfortunate that some of our best videos about positivity get no fucking views because people want the fucking they want the chismosa, they want the fucking drama, they want all that stuff, man. And you know, uh, this is the kind of energy that we need, man. You know what I'm saying in general, man. But the problem is that you have people who are not there for positivity, man. That any given chance they take a shot, they do this, they do that, and the truth of it is this, man. Bringing unity, bringing positivity, and so forth, man. The only way that's you can't is this is my personal perspective, man. You can't be expecting that from active gang members. Straight up, it's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to push agenda that, I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I don't tell people what to do. I don't encourage anybody to drop out. I don't encourage any of that stuff. But you can't just serve one agenda one way and expect to have unity and positivity. That's the only thing that I see in the whole situation that could be very difficult to ever happen. Now, if everybody puts their affiliations to the side, whatever hood they're from, and just focuses on unity, yeah, I think that could happen with a lot of people. There's been gaps that have been bridged ever since everybody came on YouTube, man. And lines of communication opened up with a lot of people from down south, and active and inactive. And see, people put too many titles and labels on things, man. You know, if you're about your people, if people are about this and about that, the betterment, man, you can't have those titles and associations, affiliations, because they'll never work. And that's just my personal opinion. I'm all about unity. I'm all about ceasefire and all that, man. But the most important impact that you can have is be a voice for a reason in your own community. You know, um, Gunner has a pretty good following. You know, sometimes we have to tighten up the reins when people put us in situations where we feel we have to react, and we have to eliminate some of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my personal perspective of things, man. Like, we can't condone certain things that are not going to be that don't promote positivity. You know what I'm saying? You can't. The thing is, you can't have different layers with different people. You know what I'm saying? Either you're in this because you're a thug and a gangster and trying to do this and do that, or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth of everything. You know. Hold on. Hey, I'm recording a video right now. I'm recording a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Bye.
So, what about that, guys? So like I said, man, it was a really good video, man. But it made me think too, man. And that's the first time I've really seen Gunner come out and say something like that that surprised me. You know what I'm saying? And with a positive message to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I respect that. I commend that, man. And I think more of that needs to be done. You know, when you have platforms like everybody does, right? You got Dubs, you got Gunner, you got American Cholo. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other different channels, even smaller channels, man. You know what I'm saying? People are real quick to start. I've seen certain things, man, burning up people off the Yada and this and that and whatnot, man. Why can't people try to find a way to having differences and still have the same goals, still have the same positivity? Is it the ego? Is it the attention? Is it the competitive nature that a lot of men have? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just unfortunate, man, that people can't get behind anything that's truly positive without having some type of negativity with it. And that's the only thing that I wish. And this is me addressing all the other channels. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like someone. You don't have to respect their past. You don't have to do this and that because everybody has a different position, where they came from, what their standings are, what they did in their past. Whether some people conceal it, that's on them. I have no concern about that. I'm more concerned about what you're doing today, and it's unfortunate that there's times where, I feel what he's saying because there was times where I was trying to be positive and everybody else was under that negativity, I'm saying thing, right? I literally, for the first year, um, didn't want to even be in any of the beefs. When there was fucking all kinds of little conflict, I wanted to stay out of it. I didn't want to attack anybody. I didn't want to do any of that. I thought it was, I didn't like the negative energy behind it. Um, Somehow, somewhere I got pulled into it eventually. You know what I mean? And the truth of it is even when all that negativity was going on, I still supported every fucking channel that was going on, man. Through their adversities, through their struggles, their stuff that, people know that where other people didn't want to be there for other people, I was there. I was picking up the calls. I was helping people out. And I won't ever expose the things I'm talking about, but people sometimes have a short memory, man, about those that were there when others weren't, you know. And that's the unfortunate thing that people sometimes turn things into something that they're not, or they take things too personal. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you do, however you approach it, man, there's certain things you're gonna feel a certain way about that. And if you don't have that open dialogue and communication, it's where you get all the riffraff, the fucking attacks, the subliminals, and so forth, man. And sometimes people think that I take subliminals at other channels, and to be honest with you, I don't. I say things in a generalized terms because maybe I'm feeling that way because I heard this snap from about 3, 4 different people in their channels, and some of the stuff I don't agree with. And so therefore I give my own perspective of how I feel about things. But it doesn't mean that I'm out personally against any channel. And if everybody was on the fucking same page, if you're all about positivity, you're all about respect, you're all about this and that, we ain't gangsters no more then, right? I mean, are we or are we not? We're not politicking no more, right? So what difference does it make what the next channel's views and opinion is of anybody else? As long as everybody is pushing towards a common goal of helping people, building people up. Because we could talk about building people up and helping people out, but yet at the same time, more people on YouTube tear down each other than they do help each other. You know, I've seen a couple of things. It seems like there's leak guys nowadays. You know what I mean? And people want to separate themselves from this and separate from that. Man, end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how you want to twist it. You know, people can spin whatever narrative they want and present any case that they want, but everybody's going to be looked at the same period. You know what I'm saying? And you got to really sit there and think, what is your intentions? You can't have two masters. You can't say that we're about positivity, yet knock down those that are trying to push a positive message, and yet encourage certain things that are about that gay lifestyle. Either one or the other. There's no ifs or ands about it. You can't have, active factions that are about this and that. The feds has a different agenda, the state has a different agenda, and expect to bring people together. The only way that's going to happen is once you get rid of the titles, and that's my personal opinion. Um, I'm all for unity of people. I'm all for unification and having better relationships, and that's things have improved. And YouTube has created a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? It has created a lot of that change, but it's also created a lot of division in other aspects. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to put the ego to the side and focus on what you think. Um, Focus on the greater good of things instead of looking for the bad. Because I could sit there and look at every fucking channel, and we could probably fucking figure out all faults, all fucking contradictions and whatnot. But what does that solve? You know what I'm saying? Um, More encouragement, more support. See, people pick and choose, man. And see, this is the unfortunate thing that I've had certain people start to withdraw themselves on purpose, right? Because they're afraid of this and that or what people are going to say about that. And yet, the funny thing to me when I hear that is that these are people that I fucking plugged into this game. You know what I'm saying? So who who know a lot, who have sometimes some of them have their own skeletons in their closet. Yet they're so worried about an image that at the end of the day, the real ones ain't gonna really they're gonna view you one way that it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? None of that shit's important, man. And I'm like anybody else, man. I got to ego my damn self. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at any time we could become that person, and it's not too hard, man. Circumstances of life could present themselves, and everybody knows what they're truly capable of and who they are and what they were. Um, you know what I'm saying? And that's the unfortunate thing that you can come into this and experience such negativity at times that you have a reciprocal action. There's a lot of things that happen on this YouTube shit, man, where it's not cool, man. That people play games, you know what I'm saying? And that affect people's families and do so forth, man, and relationships. And that's the thing that I think that's the most is a cowardice thing out and everything else, you know what I mean? I like Gunner's video, 100%. But I'm gonna say this about every channel, man. There's certain people that have been proven to be fucking pieces of shits that are holding wrenches on some of these channels that have done some fucking fucked up shit. And that's the truth. And nobody, if we're gonna hold everybody accountable to be respectful and promote unity, whether I'm including that unity or not, I don't really care. I still gonna have a message. Then people gotta be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you can't support things that are gonna be cause dissension. You can't support people that are gonna be fucking doing devious fucking type of acts behind the scenes. And you got to call it out. You can fix that behind the scenes. You don't have to put it on YouTube, but you can't support it because if you support it, if you condone it and allow it to happen, you're supporting it. And see, that's where a lot of division, dissensions happen, and that's happened in the past. You know what I mean? Where people have gotten too comfortable, and then people have done certain things that are wrong. There's certain things that are straight wrong that are currently doing that you don't allow friends or homeboys or partners to do that people accept. And see, you can't have different strokes. Okay, well, it applies here, but it doesn't apply there. You get what I'm saying? Shit is shit, wrong is wrong, and that's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? But because it's happening to him, it's okay, or because it's happening to him, it's okay. No, it's not okay, man. You know, Triple OG, man, he's done his thing. And one thing about Triple OG is, I've had conversations with him, man. And I'm gonna leave it there. And the thing about him is, if he ever feels he crosses the fucking line, he'll say it. He'll be open about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've had a lot of conversations with him, behind the scenes, and you know, um, his agenda is one agenda. He has a strong beliefs when he sees things that he doesn't like. Though I do understand that, man. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm gonna leave with. You know what I'm saying? Not no if unity doesn't rely upon one individual or just select few individual. Um, Unity doesn't land where if you attack this group, everybody else is going to follow. No, that's not unity. That's bullying mentalities. Um, I think that what needs to be focused on is each person doing their part. I think it's more positive videos need to be pushed out there. More support needs to be done out there. But some people want to pick and choose, man. And see, this is the first time I've really seen some positivity from Gunner is in the last month or so with the Johnny situation And of course, he benefited from it, but there's nothing wrong with that. He should benefit from it because it was a good deed. Um, and now the soldier situation and him addressing this right here. I 100% support his message in it. Um, do I feel that there's certain things that probably have to be ironed out, kinked out amongst whoever? Yeah, of course, man, because you can't have everybody get behind that when you still have people that are actively in one lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You can't give shots out to these people, this people, and that people, and then yet there's division all the way around. Only way to bridge that gap is to get rid of those titles. That's my personal opinion. Let men be men. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the politics, fuck everything. Unity resides within the people, not within one individual. Because all these things, right, when there's a platform for someone who becomes a spokesperson or whatnot, what ends up happening? They either let it get to their head, they become corrupt, or they self benefit from it. So if people are gonna fucking push a line, everybody needs to push the line side by side in what they do. Doesn't mean that you can't have a bigger voice that's gonna fucking sit there and go to the forefront, man. But what does time tell us? Every time you do have individuals like this, everybody's fucking striving to obtain that fucking head chief. You know what I'm saying? Which, if it's about the people, there shouldn't be no chief. It's about fucking having a message and everybody playing their part to help out the best way they do. Because some people may believe in what this person does, this person, that person. And if you could bring all into the fold, what do you have? Positivity. Um, it shouldn't be about the gang lifestyle though. Whether ones are part of gangs or whatnot, you're never going to achieve anything if you're playing both sides of the fence when it comes to being a spokesperson for Raza in general. Because a lot of the hardworking Raza aren't out there supporting and condoning criminal activities and so forth. And that's the truth. And you have to kind of denounce almost everything. Not denounce it in a disrespectful fashion, but you know what? I'm not trying to promote gangs. I'm trying to promote this. And that's the message that needs to come out. But I will associate with gang members because I'm trying to get them to associate with what I'm pushing. Then you're going to have more people stand behind it. But when you start to bring forth street politics in your push, you're going to get backlash from hold. There'll be a lot more progress if people get rid of the gang titles, the labels, and whatnot, and really push for unification and betterment of communities, of gente, and working relationships and becoming established. This is my convicts reaction, man. I support everybody, even the ones that don't like me, or even the ones that I don't like. I respect everybody for what they're doing, man. Keep on pushing. It's your boy Flacco, a convicts reaction.